I'm trying to make it a bit interesting, so please pay attention. A asks, what are rational numbers? There is a person A who is asking what are rational numbers. Okay. So what does B say? B defines it. What was the definition yesterday we had learned? In the textbook or in the module, if you look at the definition, what should be the answer for this? The number which is in the form of P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0, is defined as rational number. Is this something which we had learned yesterday? Number in the form of. So what does B do is, B defines this. So he gives a long definition to A, but A is not yet satisfied. So again, A asks, please explain me in a simple one sentence what are rational numbers. Please answer it. In simple words. Now B just says, in simple words, if you want a rational number, you can divide any two integers. Just divide two integers. Just divide two integers. You will get the rational number. Now I ask you all, everyone, after dividing two integers, that is after dividing two integers, what happens? To get a rational number, now what B has answered? B says that if you want a rational number, just divide any two integers. Are you getting to my point, what I want to say? To get a rational number, what do you want? Rational number says if you want a rational number, what do you have to do? Just divide any two integers. Now what happens is, whatever I tried to tell you yesterday is the rest part of the story. That is, when you divide two integers, what happens is something which I was trying to answer yesterday. What I was trying to answer is, what happens when you divide two integers? So let us think on this question. Now, what happens when we divide two integers? Is this a simple format for all of you to understand? Please reply. Are you all able to understand what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to put it in simple words. When someone is asking what is rational number or what are rational numbers, B is just answering is, divide any two integers, you will get a rational number. Now, what I want you all to focus is, when we divide any two integers, what all things can happen? Let us focus on it. When we divide two integers, what all things can happen? Okay. So just we'll focus on it. Correct, Tushar? I'll just repeat it once. What all things can happen when we divide any two integers? I randomly choose any color. If you want any one of it, you can tell me. It doesn't make any sense, but even then. So what will happen when we divide two integers? The first thing which can happen is, if you divide any two integers which are divisible, that is the numerator is divisible by denominator, let's say 8 upon 4. 8 upon 4. Isn't this a rational number? Because what B had said to us, B had just said, divide any two integers, you will get a rational number. So what I have done here, I'm trying to answer what can happen when you divide two integers. I'm trying to answer the question, what can happen when you divide two integers? So first and foremost thing, what can happen is 8 upon 4, which is equals to 2, which will again end up as an integer. So the first and foremost thing which can happen when you divide two integers is again you will get an integer. Yes or no? All of you getting it by point? The second thing what can happen is nine upon 5. Let us say 9 upon 5. Now you will not get an integer here. Now will you get an integer here? Tell me. 9 upon 5. Is 9 divisible by 5? Is 9 divisible by 5? So will you get an integer here? It's quite obvious that it is not, you are not going to get the integer here. So what you are going to get exactly is 1.8. If you divide this, you'll get it as 1.8. So rational numbers. But before proceeding further, did I violate any rules of rational number? मला काय सांगितलं होतं rational number, if you want to find rational number, what is the answer given by B to all of us? B ने काय answer दिले आपल्याला? B has just told us to divide any two integers. That's all. B ने आपल्याला काय सांगितले? Divide any two integers. Are we doing the same thing? 8 हा integer आहे का नाही आहे? 4 हा integer आहे का नाही आहे? 9 हा आणि 5 हे दोघेही integer आहेत का नाही आहेत? So one thing, if you notice this, you will understand that these all are integers. Getting my point? All of you getting my point? So these all are integers. 9 upon 5, 1.8. Now what about the answer? In first case, the answer what we got was integer. In the second case, the answer which I'm getting is not an integer. So what this should be called as? This is a decimal fraction. Yes or no? This is a decimal fraction. This is not an integer. This is a decimal fraction. Simple as it is. So this is a decimal fraction. Are you all getting my point? What I'm trying to say? Now, again, my question is, what kind of decimal fraction is it? My question is, what kind of decimal fraction is it? What would you answer for it? Please tell me. 1.8 is which kind of decimal fraction? All of you, I want you to answer. We'll use simple words. We will use two words here. End hote ka hot nahi. It is ending or it is non-ending. आणि रिकरिंग नाही म्हणायला पाहिजे आपण रिपीटिंग म्हणूया. चला, we'll just use simple English words. Is it repeating or it is non-repeating? हे असे वर्ड्स ने आपण आन्सर करूयात. एंडिंग, नॉन एंडिंग, रिपीटिंग, नॉन रिपीटिंग. सो व्हॉट अबाउट 1.8? तुम्ही याला काय म्हणाल? व्हॉट शुड यू कन्क्लूड अबाउट 1.8? ऑल ऑफ यू. Is it ending or it is not ending? Yes, it is ending. But it is not repeating. Ending and not repeating. बरोबर लिहिलंय मी? सगळ्यांना पटते? बरोबर लिहिणे का? So when we answer decimal fraction, and when someone tries to ask which kind of decimal fraction, हे जर विचारलं, तर what you should answer? इट इज अ डेसिमल फ्रॅक्शन विच इज एंडिंग अँड इट इज नॉट रिपीटिंग. कारण जर एंड झालं तर रिपीट होणारच नाही, हे तर कॉमन सेन्स आहे. एंडच जर का एखाद्याला होत असेल तर रिपीट व्हायचा काय संबंध आहे का? इफ इट इज एंडिंग इट हॅज गॉट नथिंग टू डू विथ द रिपीटिंग पार्ट. बरोबर? म्हणजे एवढ्याला कधी कधी फक्त एंडिंग म्हणलं तरी चालेल, समोरचं समजून घेईल की तो रिपीटिंग नाहीये. बरोबर का? एखादी गोष्ट जर एंड होत असेल, बघा रिपीट झाली, रिपीट होत गेली तर ती कधी थांबणारच नाही ना. तुम्ही काय म्हणताय, ते परत 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 रिपीट होतंय. रिपीट होतंय याचा अर्थ काय झालं? इट इज नॉट एंडिंग. पण जेव्हा तुम्ही एंडिंग म्हणताय तेव्हा समोरच्यानं समजून घेतलं पाहिजे की नाही मला सांगा. एंडिंग म्हणजे इट शुड बी नॉट रिपीट. येस ऑर नो ऑल ऑफ यू? इफ आय से एंडिंग, this means that it should be not repeating. Everyone getting my point? Is everyone getting my point? काय confusion आहे कोणाला? Anyone has any kind of confusion? Please share it in the chat box. No, so there is no confusion. Shall we proceed now? मग आणि कुठल्या प्रकारचा रॅशनल नंबर असतो? एक झाला रॅशनल नंबर when division of two integers you will get an integer. हे एक प्रकार कंप्लीट झाला. When you divide two you will get a decimal fraction. But which kind of decimal fraction? Ending and not repeating. अजून काय आहे का बघूया, विल ट्राय. What about 7/3? This would be 2 point. Now, if I ask you, hey Kaya, you will also say, this is also a decimal fraction, sir. This is also a decimal. Decimal आला म्हणजे this is also a decimal fraction. Or decimal number also you can call it as. But again, if I ask you, which kind of decimal number it is? Which kind of decimal number it is? Please answer. Correct, it is non-ending. It is non-ending. And non-ending and yes, correct, it is repeating. Everyone has answered it correctly. It is repeating also. Now there are no more stories to rational number. Rational number इथंच complete झालं. Finish. That's all. काय काय होऊ शकतं rational numbers मध्ये? ह्या तीन गोष्टी होऊ शकतात. What are the three things can happen in a rational number? Rational number म्हणजे काय असतं? Divide any two integers. Rational number म्हणजे काय? Divide any two integers, you get a rational number. मग मी तेच केलं. I divided two integers. सगळ्या केसेस मध्ये if you look at the leftmost part, मी त्यांनी जे सांगितले तेच केले. केले की नाही मला सांगा? They had asked me to divide any two integers. I did the same thing. I divided any two integers. So when I divided any two integers, what all has happened? 8/4 मी divide केलं, 9/5 मी divide केलं, 7/3 मी divide केलं. एका केस मध्ये I got an integer. In one case I got it as a decimal fraction, but which kind of decimal fraction? It was ending and not repeating. Or rather we can also just call it as an ending. And in one more case I got a third type of fraction. तो डेसिमलच होता, but it was non-ending and repeating. हे सोडून रॅशनल मध्ये अजून काही सुद्धा घडत नाही. हे सगळ्यांना लक्षात आलं का? Did you understand this concept now? All of you, did you understand this concept? Yes, please reply in the chat box, everyone. Great. In simple words, I have tried to put down rational number and I believe you all have understood this. And shall I proceed further now? Shall I proceed further? Fine. Shall I clear this drawing? If you just want to take a screenshot of this, you can take a screenshot, or rather, you can write it later as well. Anyhow, anything can do. Clear. Fine, then we'll just move on now. In all these cases, irrational number आला पडत. Irrational number is asking, then how would you define me? The rational is dividing any two integers. तर irrational ला सांगितलं पाहिजे, your numbers cannot be expressed as division of two integers. म्हणून तुला वेगळं ठेवलेलं आहे. Your numbers cannot be expressed as division of two integers. Like let's say √3. So √3 is nothing but √3 upon 1. Yes or no? But 1 is an integer, but √3 is not an integer. And this basically violates the rule of rational number. Rational number होण्यासाठी काय लागतं? You need an integer in the numerator and also integer in the denominator. Yes or no? Rational number साठी what do you need? You need an integer in the numerator as well as you need an integer in the denominator. But in the case of √3, what is happening? You are getting a non-integer in the numerator and an integer in the denominator. So this cannot be counted as a rational number. Hey, rational number होईल का? Please tell me, all of you. Can this be counted as a rational number? Can rational number ची basic definition काय आहे? To get a rational number, please divide two numbers. कुठले पण दोन इंटीजर तुम्ही डिवाइड करा, तुम्हाला रॅशनल नंबर मिळेल. आणि तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे √3 हा इंटीजर नाही आहे. बरोबर ना? √3 is not an integer. So what is √3 then? म्हणजे तो रॅशनलच्या कुठल्याच टाइप मध्ये बसत नाही, तर त्याचं नेमकं काय होतं? तर त्याचं असं होतं 1.732 डॉट 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 काय 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 म्हणजे रिपीटिव्ह होत नाही आणि काय त्याला मापच नाही. म्हणजे काही व्हॅल्यूज एकानंतर एक घेत जातो आणि कुठं थांबत सुद्धा नाही आणि काय रिपिटेशनचा पॅटर्न पण काय दिसत नाही. म्हणजे 732 असतं तरी ठीक आहे. सो इररॅशनल मध्ये काय घडा लागले? व्हॉट एक्झॅक्टली इज हॅपनिंग इन इररॅशनल? टू थिंग्स आर हॅपनिंग. तो थांबतही नाहीये. इट इज नॉन एंडिंग. इट इज नॉन एंडिंग आणि तो रिपीटही होत नाहीये. हे पुढं घडलं गेलंय. दिस इज समथिंग विच हॅज हॅपन्ड व्हेन यू ट्राय टू कॅल्क्युलेट √3. बट बेसिकली the reason why √3 is not an irrational is it cannot be expressed as a division of two integers. कारण basic condition काय शिकलोय आपण? To become rational, you should be able to express that number as a division of two numbers. दोन integers चं division असं आपण express केलं, then we can call it as a rational number. नाहीतर बाकी सगळ्या गोष्टी कुठं ठेवल्या जातील? They strictly are maintained in the section of irrational. Are you all getting my point? What I want to say? What are rational? What are irrational? Did you get the clarity now, all of you? म्हणजे irrational is non-ending, non-repeating तर आहेच. But the reason why it is irrational, it cannot be expressed as a division of two integers. Obviously, this is also decimal fraction. √3, yes, it is a decimal fraction. But did we study in any of the point that if you get a decimal, it should be rational? असं आपण शिकलोच नाही, बरोबर ना? We get a decimal, but which kind of decimal we are getting? We are getting a decimal which is non-ending and non-repeating. म्हणजे irrational number ला decimal मिळतं, बरं का? म्हणजे irrational number ला you get a decimal fraction. तुम्हाला decimal point मध्ये ते नंबर भेटून जातं. √3 ची व्हॅल्यू म्हणा, √2 ची व्हॅल्यू म्हणा, क्यूब रूट ऑफ 5 ची व्हॅल्यू म्हणा. These all values are irrational. Why irrational? Because त्यांचं डेसिमल तर होतच, पण ते डेसिमल सगळे कुठल्या प्रकारचे आहेत? ते सगळे या प्रकारचे. ह्या सगळ्यांच्या डेसिमल कुठल्या प्रकारचे आहेत? ते नेव्हर एंडिंग थांबत पण नाहीत कधी आणि ते रिपीट पण होत नाहीत. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? They do not repeat, neither they end. So decimal you will get it everywhere. But which kind of decimal fraction? It is not going to end, neither it is going to repeat. Did you get it, all of you? So हे सगळं शिकल्यानंतर if I ask you one question, how many kinds of decimal numbers exist? Please tell me, how many types do exist? All of you. How many types do exist in total? Decimal कुठले कुठले exist करू शकतील? There are 3 types. Which are the 3 types? 1.8, 1.33333 आणि हा 1.732456891 काही म्हणजे कसं पण रिपीटेशन, रिपीट काय व्हायचं संमतच नाही. दिस इज द फर्स्ट टाइप. हे एंड झाले आणि रिपीट झालेलं नाहीये. दिस इज द सेकंड टाइप, जे एंड झालेलं नाहीये पण रिपीट झालेलं आहे. अँड दिस इज द थर्ड टाइप, जे एंड ही होत नाही आणि रिपीट ही होत नाही. बरोबर? करेक्ट आर्या? रिकरिंग एंडिंग and non-ending. We'll call this as non-ending and non-repeating. Now you all tell me, यातले कुठले 2 टाइप रॅशनल मध्ये येतात आणि कुठला टाइप इरॅशनल मध्ये येतो? माय लास्ट क्वेश्चन अबाउट द सेम कन्सेप्ट. हे झालं की मी पुढे प्रोसीड करणार आहे. टेल मी विच टाइप कम्स अंडर रॅशनल अँड विच कम्स अंडर इरॅशनल. Correct? Correct, Sania? Correct, Tushar? Shreyas, correct? 1 and 2 comes under rational and 3 comes under irrational. As simple as it is. Correct. In rational, we need to divide any 2 integers, which will give us type 1 and type 2. First and second comes under rational and third type comes under irrational. I guess everyone has understood it well now. Now one nice question here. Sir, are all root numbers irrational? Let us think upon it. Let us think upon this. What about under root 144? This is a root number. Under root 144. What will happen here? Under root 144 equals to 12. 12 is nothing but 12 upon 1. Please answer whether it is rational or irrational. Just reply by R or I. Do not type everything. Whether it is rational or irrational. Correct? It is rational. So the problem with the root numbers is, if it is a perfect square or inside the cube root, if it is a perfect cube, or inside the fourth root, if it is a perfect fourth root, and if you are getting some answers, they will come under rational. Well, no? The 125 is a cube root. If I ask you, will answer it as 5. Fourth root of 16 would be 2. Fourth root of 16 would be 2. Square root of 144 would be 12. So these all comes under rational numbers. कारण ह्यांचं काहीतरी perfect निघते. Yes, correct. आपण all root numbers except perfect squares are irrational. म्हणजे perfect square, perfect cube and perfect fourth root असेल, तर in that case, what is going to happen is they will turn into rational. आता root 145 जर म्हणलं, root 145 जर म्हणलं, तर काय होईल? Please tell me, R or I? Correct. It is irrational. चला आता विषय निघालाच आहे, तर तुम्ही √145 काढू शकाल का ऑल ऑफ यू? विल यू बी एबल टू फाइंड √145? How did you find √145? Shreyas? Calculator? Did you use the calculator? Shreyas has used the calculator and answered it as 12.04. This is the approximate value. I'll teach you to do it in without using calculator within seconds. Please look at this. √145 is approximately equal to 12 plus 1/25, or √150, let us say √421 is approximately equals to 20 plus 21/41. आता मी कसं केलं तुम्हाला शॉर्टकट सांगतो, प्लीज पे अटेन्शन. 145 च्या जवळचा स्क्वेअर म्हणजे 144 ना. 145 च्या जवळचा स्क्वेअर म्हणजे कोण असेल? 144. What is the square root of 144? What is the square root of 144? It is 12. ते मी इथं लिहिलं. हा 1 कुठलं बघा, हे जे 3 नंबर मी लिहिले त्याच्या मागचं लॉजिक सांगतो. आय एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू टेल यू द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस 3 नंबर्स. या पहिल्या नंबरचं लॉजिक लक्षात आलं का? √145 काढत असताना त्याच्या जवळचा जो स्क्वेअर आहे त्याचा स्क्वेअर रूट इथे लिहून घेतलं, म्हणजे अलीकडचा बरं का. इट शुड बी लेसर दॅन 145, नॉट ग्रेटर दॅन 145. Did you get the first logic of the first number? हा 1 कुठनं लिहिला असेल मी? नो यू कॅन आन्सर दिस. हा 1 कुठला असेल? This is nothing but the difference between 145 and 144. This one is what? It is the difference between 145 and 144. ठीक आहे? आणि हा 25 कुठून लिहिलाय मी? This is nothing but 12 into 2 plus 1. 12 2s are 24, 24 plus 1, 20. So this is the shortcut which you can use to find the square root. इथं पण तेच केलंय. 421 च्या जवळचा स्क्वेअर इज 400. What is the square root of 400? It is 20. 400 and 421 मध्ये फरक किती आहे? 21 चा. And how did I find this 41? 20 into 2 plus 1. 22s are 40, 40 plus 1. Did you get the logic? Did you get the logic? No, not just multiplied by 2, multiply by 2 and add 1 to it. Then you will get the denominator. We'll try to find √500. ह्यासाठी you should know the perfect squares. Yes, one more example. √500. The nearmost square which is nearer to 500 is 484. 500 च्या जवळचा square which is lesser than 500 but most near to 500 is 484. Could you all tell me what is the square root of 484? First number इथं काय येईल? Second number आणि third number. तिन्ही नंबर तुम्ही मला सांगायचे. 484 म्हणजे what should I write here? What should I write here? Please reply all of you. Not 24. 24 चा स्क्वेअर नाही आहे तो. 484 कोणाचा स्क्वेअर आहे? It is 22. So इथं 22 लिहिलं. इथं वर काय लिहते मला सांगा ना. Correct, everyone has answered correctly. 22. 484 चा square root किती आहे? 22. What should I write in the numerator here? What should I write it in the numerator here? What should I write it in the numerator? Please विचार करून सांगा मला. What should I write it in the numerator? The difference between 500 and 484. How much is the difference between 500 and 484? It is 16. Correct. It is 16. Correct. Now tell me what should I write it in the denominator? Denominator मध्ये काय लिहू? Into 2 plus 1. 22 into 2 is 44. 44 plus 1 is 45. Correct. This is how you can directly find the square roots. And this is the approximate value. Okay. This is not the exact value. पण approximate म्हटलं तरी तुम्हाला बऱ्यापैकी आन्सर मिळून जातो. म्हणजे बऱ्याच ठिकाणी MCQ सोडवत असताना हा अंदाज जरी तुम्हाला आला and if you try to find it in a faster way तर तुमचा बराच वेळ पण वाचतो. Fine, anyway, we'll get back to our point. This was just a shortcut which I just shared it with you, which I had knew. We'll focus back on our rational, irrational. Everyone okay with it? Rational, irrational. I find no issues now. चांगल्या पद्धतीने समजले सगळ्यांना? Fine. मग काय काय नोट मध्ये सांगायचं? We'll just look at it once and we'll just proceed now. Integers are rational numbers, but converse need not be. मला सांगा सगळे इंटिजर्स हे रॅशनल नंबर्स असतात का नाही? Are all integers rational? All integers, are they rational? Simple आहे. But tell me whether all rational numbers, सगळे rational number हे integers असतात का? Whether all rational numbers are integers? So it's quite obvious the converse need not be true. So all integers are rational numbers, but converse need not be true. Correct, Tushar? No, because it can be in a decimal. So it can be a type 1, type 2 decimal. It need not be an integer always. But one thing is sure कि सगळे integers हे rational असतातच. All integers are rational numbers. Getting my point? See the second point. Negative of an irrational number is an irrational number. Obvious आहे की नाही मला सांगा? √3 जर का irrational असेल तर -√3 का लगेच rational होणार आहे का? So this is also irrational. This is also irrational. Whether it is plus or minus, it has got nothing to do with the sign. Plus also किंवा minus also. Basically the number is irrational, irrespective of what it takes. Got the second point? Negative of an irrational number will also remain as irrational. Got it, all of you? Negative of an irrational will also be irrational. Please reply, please confirm. Second point, everyone fine with it? Now let us see the third point. Sum of a rational number and an irrational number. If you're adding two numbers, one of which is a rational and other is irrational, what is going to happen? We'll see. 2 is getting added to 1.732 and so on. So will this be equal to 3.732? And the same story again. फरक काय पडला? ह्या 1 च्या जागी फक्त 3 आला. 2 ऍड झाल्यानंतर 1 च्या जागी 3 आला. But did the basic thing change? असं केल्यानं will it change to rational? Will it change to rational? Will the decimal pattern change? just by adding a rational number to an irrational number, will the decimal pattern change? The decimal pattern is surely not going to change. So this will remain irrational. So it is always an irrational. Do you all agree with this point? Please reply. Do you all agree with the same point? The third one, tick karo dega ita. Everyone okay with it? Fine, great. Let us look at the fourth point. The product of a non-zero rational number and an irrational number will always be irrational number. We'll see what the story is. Please pay attention. The product of a non-zero rational number. A non-zero rational number, let us consider it as 3 multiplied by an irrational number, let us say √3. So how much would be 3 into √3? It should be 3 into 1.73 and so on. Now if you multiply these two numbers, again, just by multiplying 3 to the numbers after the decimal, again will the story change here? The pattern will be a bit different. Numbers फक्त बदलतील, पण बेसिक तर तसंच राहणार ना. If you multiply 1.732 and so on, असे सगळे कुठले वेगवेगळे नंबर्स ना फक्त 3 न मल्टिप्लाय केलं तर काय वेगळं होणार आहे? Nothing is going to change. Let us consider some numbers. 1.732, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, ... If I multiply by 3, 3 9s are 27. If उडत राणी काय काय होणारच आहे? 3 8s are 24 plus 2 26. 3 6s are 18 plus 2 20. 3 5s are 15 plus 2 70. 3 4s are 12 plus 1 30. 3 2s are 6 plus 1 7. 3 3s are 9. 3 7s are 21. 3 1s are 3 plus 2 5. काय झालं मला सांगा? What has happened all together? 197370 परत तेच राहिलं ना मला सांगा. Did it help us to get transformed to rational number? Rational मध्ये कन्वर्ट करण्यासारखं काय झालं काय? Obviously not. So again the story remains the same. What is the story now? The story says तुम्ही एखाद्या इरॅशनल नंबरला भलेही एक रॅशनल नंबर ऍड करा किंवा कुठला तरी एक नॉन झिरो रॅशनल नंबर मल्टिप्लाय करा. Things are not going to change. The number will remain irrational only. Getting my point? Getting the fourth point? Please double underline this non-zero. Because zero ha ekta asa hai which can make a difference. 0 into 1.732 and so on. What would be the answer? Please tell me. So 0 is the only person which can transform it into a rational number. Barabar na? So here it is. It would be a rational number when the number which you have multiplied is 0. Got the fourth and fifth point now? They are of the same kind. Either they have excluded 0, and if you take the value 0, तुम्ही multiply केल्यानंतर you will get the rational number. Got it, all of you? Now, if all of you are wondering what exactly is Q, you can just look at it here. What are Q? What is Q? Q कुणाचं notation आहे? Q is the notation of rational numbers. ठीक है? Just remember this. Notations त्यांनी दिलेले आहेत. You can just look it in your book also and just note down all the notation. Afterwards, you do it. after the session. I would want you to note down all these things. Okay. Just look at the last point and then we will proceed further. Some difference product and quotient of two irrational numbers need not be an irrational number. Now, please see, there is a change in the story now. Now they are talking about two irrational numbers. If you are taking any two irrational numbers, then their sum, product, difference, or division, that is quotient, may not be an irrational number. म्हणजे इथं त्यांनी definitely rational irrational असेलच असं म्हणत नाहीये. It can be rational or also it can be irrational. Let us try to understand why they are saying it. If I multiply root 3 into root 2, what would be my answer? Will it be root 6? Will it be root 6? All of you? Root 3. Just reply in I or R. Irrational hai ka rational hai? Root 3. Is it irrational or rational? It is irrational. Root 2. Irrational or rational? Irrational. Root 6. Irrational or rational? Again irrational. So when you multiply two irrational numbers, what you have got? Again an irrational. Now one more scenario. Root 4 into root 6. Wait a minute. Root 4 into, we will take it as just a second. Root 4 is not irrational. I will have to erase it. We need to take some other number. Root 8 into root 2. How much will this be? Root 8 into root 2. First tell me, root 8 is what? It is irrational. What is root 2? Again it is irrational. But root 8 into root 2 is root 16, which is nothing but 4. But what is 4? It is rational. Correct. So what does this mean? This means that whatever they are saying makes sense. What does it make sense? How does it make sense? They are saying every time if you multiply two irrational numbers, you never know what is going to happen. It can be rational or also it can be irrational. Did you get the point? Did you get the point? All of you? Did you understand this? Great. Now, before going towards complex numbers, I would want to solve some questions today with you. Complex number is something which we can study about it later. I just wanted to focus on this question. Make the denominator rational. Please look at the question. The question is 12 upon 3 plus root 5 minus 2 root 2. Before making its denominator rational, we'll first solve a simple question. Let us focus on this question first. 12 upon 3 plus root 5. They want us to make it, correct, Tushar? They want us to make it rational. First of all, tell me, do you all agree with the point that the denominator is irrational and the numerator is rational? Whether the denominator is irrational, all of you? 3 plus root 5. Do you all agree with the point that denominator is irrational? Then now when you're trying to make or trying to convert an irrational number into rational number, you really need to think wisely, how are you going to convert it? Because under root 5, basically this under root 5 is a problem here. And under root 5 is an irrational number. So to convert under root 5 into rational, it should be squared. Yes or no? Because if you square root 5, it will change it to 5. Do you agree with the point? To convert root 5 into 5 or to convert irrational root 5 into rational 5, somewhere root 5 should be squared. Do you get this? Now, how to do this? Before again proceeding further, I would want you to ask, or rather please answer, the formula of a plus b into a minus b is how much? How much is a plus b into a minus b? You all have learned this formula. A plus b into a minus b. Is it a square minus b square? All of you. Is it a square minus b square? Correct, Tanishka? Is it a square minus b square? So my next question to all of you is, if I multiply 3 plus root 5, if I multiply 3 plus root 5 by 3 minus root 5, that is, if I multiply 3 plus root 5 by 3 minus root 5, the answer which I will get, will the answer be the square of both the terms? That is, will that be 3 square minus root 5 square? So will this be 9 minus 5, which is equals to 4? So what did we understand in this case? We understood one thing, that is, if 3 plus root 5 is multiplied by 3 minus root 5, we will get the answer as a rational number. Do you all agree with this point? Please reply, everyone. If I multiply 3 plus root 5 to 3 minus root 5, will you all get the answer as rational? Is that product rational? So the intention here is, the question was, make the denominator rational. Make the denominator rational. Now to make the denominator rational, will this idea work? We'll multiply it by 3 minus root 5. But at the same time, we cannot discriminate the numerator and denominator. If you are multiplying something to denominator, you should multiply it to numerator as well. Do you agree with this? Is it okay if we just multiply it to denominator? The numerator will feel bad about it, or rather he will not allow it to do so, because equal contribution should be given to both of them. So what I have to do is I have to multiply 3 minus root 5 to the numerator as well. So how will this look as 12 into 3 minus root 5 upon 3 plus root 5 into 3 minus root 5. Just now we have calculated how much is 3 plus root 5 into 3 minus root 5, all of you. It is 4. So if I cancel this here, 4 ones are 4 threes are. So will this be 3 into 3 minus root 5? So this would be equals to 9 minus 3 root 5 upon 1. Yes or no? 9 minus 3 root 5 upon 1. And what is 1? A rational or irrational? What is 1? A rational or irrational? What is 1? So are you now, did you successfully make the denominator rational? Is the denominator rational now? Is the denominator rational, all of you? Correct. So the denominator is rational. Fine. Now we'll just move to the next step. One more last example, then we'll stop the session. Okay. What was the question? 12 upon 3 plus root 5. I will have to go back to it. What was the number? 3 plus root 5 minus 2 root. Fine. 3 plus root 5 minus 2 root 2. Now let us focus on this 3 plus root 5 minus 2 root. Let us consider this as one group and this as another group. And let us give the notation as A minus B. So to rationalize it, at present, we call this process as rationalizing. Why do we call it as rationalizing? It is a common sense here. Whatever we are doing is just to rationalize the denominator. We are trying to eliminate the square root, and whatever we are multiplying here or whatever calculations we are doing here, it is all with the intention to rationalize the denominator. Denominator la rationalize करायचंच चाललंय ना. So we call it as rationalizing. Okay. Now if I treat it as A minus B, and if I think of multiplying it with A plus B at initial stages, is it okay? Tell me. So I'll treat this as one group, because the formula which we have learned, I'll write down the formula here. It is A plus B into A minus B. So basically there are only two elements. How many elements are there? There are two elements, A and B. Now if you look at this here, there are three elements, 1, 2, 3. So somewhere we have to group 2 out of 3. So somewhere we need to group the 2 out of 3. So I have grouped the first and second, and I have kept the third as it is. You can group the first and third and keep the second as it is. It is all your choice. I have just tried to group the first and second, and I have kept the third as it is. Are you all fine with it? Are you all fine with it? Now, what is the answer of A minus B into A plus B? Just now we learned. What is the answer? It is A square minus B square. A minus B into A plus B is how much? A square minus B square. So will this be 3 plus root 5 square minus 2 root 2 square? Please tell me, all of you. Will this be 3 plus root 5 square minus 2 root 2 square? Please reply. 3 plus root 5 square minus 2 root 2 square. Now one more formula you will need here. A plus B bracket square is equals to is it correct? A plus B bracket square is equals to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So 3 plus root 5 bracket square would be 3 square plus 2 into 3 into root 5 plus root 5 square minus, what is the square of 2 root 2? Please tell me. Square of 2 root 2 would be 4 into 2. Yes or no? Because the square of 2 is 4 and the square of root 2 is 2. Do you understand this? All of you? Are you able to understand this? So I'll just simplify it in one more step. 3 square is 9 plus 2 3s are 6 into root 5 would be 6 root 5 plus the square of root 5 is 5 minus 4 2s is 8. So 9 plus 5 minus 8 is 6 plus again 6 root 5. While doing this, while rationalizing this, even now we haven't achieved what we wanted to. Did we achieve it? Please tell me. Because the answer what we got is 6 into bracket 1 plus root 5. The answer, if I take 6 as common in both the terms, what did we get? 6 into bracket 1 plus root 5. So after multiplying the numerator and denominator by 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 upon 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2, can I only multiply it to denominator? मला वर खाली दोन्हीकडे करावं लागेल ना. What is my factor? 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2. हे multiply केले मी. So I should multiply it in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So what has happened now? In the numerator, what did we get? In the numerator, we'll keep these things as it is. But what about in the denominator? How much is the multiplication of these two? We have just carried out this now. What is the answer? It is 6 into 1 plus root 5. Yes or no? It is 6 into 1 plus root 5. Please reply. Is the multiplication of these two 6 into 1 plus root 5? So if I just cancel the 6 and 12, so the answer which I will get is 2 into 3 plus root 5 plus 2 root 2 upon 1 plus root 5. Is my solution complete? Did I arrive to my solution? Is this my final answer? Please tell me, is this my final answer? Have I rationalized the denominator? Me denominator la rationalize केलोय का इथं? Was I able to rationalize the denominator? No, still I am not. I haven't rationalized the denominator. What do you feel? What do you think? Now what should we do? Yes, because root 5 plus 1 is still an irrational number. So what should we do now? Again multiply by some factor? Again multiply by some factor? What should be that factor? Please tell me. आता कशाने multiply केलं पाहिजे वर खाली? What should be the factor? All of you, please put down in the chat box. What should be the factor? I want the answers from all of you, all the people who are attending the session. Correct. Correct, Sania, Charvi, Shreyas, correct, Tanishka. I guess all of you has given a correct answer. It should not be 1 plus root 5 Arya. We are going to change the middle sign, no? So this should be 1 minus root 5 because plus is already present here. And always what we have done, if the question, the factor has already minus sign, the multiplying factor will get a plus sign. So this should be 1 minus root 5 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Do you get this? Can you do it, all of you? Confident enough to solve this? The rest of the part of the solution? Please reply, all of you. And one thing, please note, in the numerator, do not try multiplying these two brackets. It will get complicated and that is not our intention. What is our intention? Just to transform our denominator into a rational number. That's all. So please do not waste your time multiplying these two brackets. Just keep it as it is and just multiply 1 plus root 5 into 1 minus root 5. As you all know, 1 plus root 5 into 1 minus root 5 would be how much? 1 square minus root 5 square. Yes or no? So this is something which you need to do here. Yes, minus 4. Srushti, correct? You all are doing good. Nice to see this. Okay, fine. Then I guess you all have understood today's session. I'll see you tomorrow again in the morning. Okay. So once please confirm, did you understand all the things which were taught today? All of you? Fine. Good to see this. You all are doing good. Keep it up. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning session. Yes, you all have a good day. Thank you.